All right, so the next thing we're going to show here is how to update a 7208 receiver here. So if we go on Futaba's website here and we go to support, software downloads, and go to receivers down here, we can see that there's a update file for your 7208 SB receiver. So this is something that I highly recommend doing once you get this receiver in. If you also notice, there's an update for the 404 and for the 334 SBS receivers as well. So the way you do this, you'll download the firmware just like you would for the transmitter, and then of course have your instructions available. Very similar process. Download this file here, and we unzipped it, and it has another Futaba folder. So we're simply, let's take our SD card out of the transmitter, put it back in the computer here, and we still have that other Futaba file there. So we're just going to simply copy and paste and overwrite the file itself. So now we're in there, we're going to pull it back out, put it back in the transmitter like so. And if we look at the instructions here, it says we need to connect to the back of the transmitter. So I have a we have a cable down here. I'm going to plug it in the back here like so. And then on the other side, it says to plug into the S-Bus 2 port here. All right, and then we'll just have another battery. I have a LiPo battery, 2-cell LiPo battery here. We'll just plug in any connector here. All right. All right. So next thing we're going to do, we've already inserted the SD card in there. Now you're going to have to do this without it putting out a signal. So if your transmitters are already on, turn it off and let's boot it up without transmitting. To boot it up without transmitting, you'll hold down the menu button and the power button at the same time, and it will boot up non-transmitting. All right, so the next step here is we're going to go into our transmitter and we're going to go to the system menu and update and receiver update here. So we'll click that, and then it sees our 7208 SB receiver, and then we're going to hold off on this. The next step, it says we're going to turn off our receiver like so, and this is kind of tricky. So you might need to figure out a way to hold the receiver down, but you want to get something small to push the button. So it says turn on the receiver while pressing down the switch. So we'll press down the switch, and then LED will flash red once, release the switch, and then we're going to press it quickly again and hold until it turns orange. So we're going to start back up at the top, turn on the receiver power while pressing down the switch. Got the two lights, let go, push quickly and hold. Wait till it turns orange. And I think that did it. Let's see if it did it. It may have not done it. Receiver is not connected. So let's try that again. So we're going to hold it down like so. Plug the power in. Let go. Push again and hold. Let's try it now. There it goes. Just took a second chance there for it to work. So as you can see, the green lights are blinking, means it's going through its update. The bar is going all the way across. During the update, like I said, the green lights are going to flash. When the update is completed, the following display will appear, which is update successfully. The green light on the receiver lights up when the update is completed. So update is succeeded, so we're good there, and we have a green light there. And then if we want to check to make sure we're on the right firmware settings, it says turn off the receiver, remove the battery, transmitter and receiver can remain connected just like so. Tap the receiver settings on the system menu. So we'll go back out here, receiver settings. And what we'll do is tap on read. And if you look here, it says version 2.0.